Hey everybody, welcome back to Good Morning Gallifrey. Before I get started, I just wanted to let you know that if you enjoy Doctor Who content, you enjoy theories, watch-alongs, anything like that, if you want daily, or almost daily, Doctor Who news on all types of content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm going to be making content like this way more often. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and consider hitting subscribe and hitting that like button. Also, if you want to comment and ask me questions about anything, I will answer in future videos. So yeah, thank you so much. Alright, so today we don't have that much news, but we have a little bit of a blip here from an article on EW.com, I guess, like Entertainment Weekly. So they did like a little interview with Chris Chibnall, and we've got actually a few questions that have been answered. There's been some questions lately that we've had about this episode coming up on New Year's, and a few of them have been answered, so that's exciting. We're going to get right into it, and we will talk about it. So we're going to do our usual thing where we switch over and we read the article. Alright. So article says at the top, Doctor Who showrunner teases festive special, gives update on new season. And it'll premiere on BBC America on January 1st. That's not surprising, we knew that. Alright. Alright, let's read along, folks. It says, the annual Doctor Who festive special has become a huge deal for the show's army of fans in the 15 years since the first ever special holiday season episode. Wow, that is... Yeeks, I feel old. Which introduced David Tennant's incarnation of the titular time traveler. So what has showrunner Chris Chibnall cooked up for the latest adventure, which premieres on January 1st? And this quote is actually very interesting. It reveals a lot, so listen up. The Doctor is in prison, serving an all... I can't speak. The Doctor is in prison, serving an all-of-lives sentence from the Jadoon. Meanwhile, back on Earth, her friends Graham, Yaz, and Ryan are missing her. They've been there 10 months. That's new. We didn't know how long. There's no sign. They feel like they've been ditched by the Doctor. They don't know what's happened to her, and they spot a sighting of a Dalek on Earth and investigate. And complications ensue. So this is a lot of new information. We did not know how long it's been. It's been 10 months. Which is interesting when time is brought up, because... like, it hasn't been 10 months for her. Like, I don't know. But it's been 10 months for them, and they see a spotting of a Dalek on Earth, and they investigate. So it seems like this is going to be a really companion-driven episode, which is interesting because they don't really have much development so far. So hopefully this episode will do a better job with that. Talks about the Trump-esque businessman Jack Robertson. We know he's here, and he says he's obviously a very contemporary character, and he just brings lots of stories. Chris really understands the tone of the show, and I think he gets to do something in Doctor Who that he doesn't do anywhere else. He just grabs every scene with both hands and rinses it, and that's what we love. It was recently revealed that the festive special will also see the departure of the characters played by Walsh and Cole. That's Graham and Ryan. How will the episode leave viewers feeling? I have talked about this before in videos a lot, that I feel like this is not going to be a happy ending. So let's see what Chibnall has to say. He says, I think it's quite a roller coaster of lots of different feelings. Because it's a festive special, you want it to be full of everything. So there's a lot of action, there's humor, and there's some character moments. There's character moments. Why is that a surprise to me? You'll be emotionally wrung out by the end. And I think, he says. You'll be emotionally wrung out by the end, I think, and hopefully feeling like you've had a good time, and you've seen a few Daleks. He's like, I hope you've had a good time. While Chibnall is hyping up the festive special, he is also overseeing the shooting of the show's new season, which began filming in November. You knew about that? We're filming as we speak, says Chibnall. We've got lots of new characters, new monsters, some old ones coming back. We're only a few weeks in. It's very different, but we obviously have to work in a very different way under COVID protocols. So it's not without its challenges. But every series of Doctor Who has had its challenges. At the moment, everybody's smiling. Does Chibnall have an idea of when the new season will premiere? Yeah, I've got an idea, but the chief content officer would send the boys around if I told you any hints. As soon as I finish it, I promise we'll put it on the telly straight away. Alright, so, I found this article to be revealing in the sense that we now know how long that the fam have been on Earth without the Doctor. It's been 10 months. So a lot can happen in 10 months, we know that much. We've also got some not really surprising news about Christopher Eccleston. He recently announced that he is going to be helping out with a Big Finish audio drama, and he's going to be reprising his role as the Ninth Doctor, which is amazing. Gotta love Christopher Eccleston, he's amazing. He also says in the interview that he would only return to Doctor Who on TV when Hell freezes over. So basically never. Not surprising, we've been known that he's had some bad blood with the production agency of Doctor Who, so that kind of news is not surprising to me. I've loved Christopher Eccleston from the start, though. I've always thought he's one of the better Doctors in his performance and acting skill. Not even talking about script, just talking about his passion that he puts into the role. I think he does a lot better job than a lot of the other Doctors. Mainly Jodie Whittaker, by the way. So that's going to do it for this episode, but I want to talk about a little bit about these theories that have been coming out recently. So I've heard a lot of people saying that they think that David Tennant will be coming back as the 10th Doctor at the end of the Festive special. I really don't see this happening. I know he's been doing a lot of audio dramas and stuff like that. He's been a part of the media for Doctor Who for a long time now. He just recently did like the Doctor Who quiz with a lot of the cast, and that was fun. But David Tennant will not be returning in this Festive special. He might come back in the 60th, but I do not believe in the slightest that he will be in the Festive special. As great as that would be, think about it this way. If BBC knew that David Tennant, the most famous Doctor of all time, if they knew that he was coming back in the Festive special, and they also knew that their ratings have been bombing lately, I'm pretty sure they would try to hype that up a little bit. I think most people can agree with me on that. When the show is at like an all-time low viewer-wise, I think it's pretty clear that they would talk about it. I get saying the idea that he's going to pop up at the end and that will hype up the season, not this episode, but I really feel like they would talk about it, or we would have heard about it. Like, I feel like David Tennant would have said something, you know? I follow David Tennant on every platform, and, you know, there's not even the slightest hint that this is happening. So, overall, I think this episode is going to be really different from any other Christmas special we've seen. I think it's going to be a lot of the companions, action with them. I don't think we're going to get that much Jodie, honestly, which is depressing because that's what I want out of this episode. I want a lot of Jodie, and if we don't get that, I'm going to be kind of sad. My hope for this episode is we get a lot of Yaz, and we get a lot of Jack, and a lot of Jodie. That's what I want, those three, very, very much. I think that's what this episode needs to get me hyped up for the next season. So we'll see. I think this episode will be good. I know a lot of people don't think it will be, but I think it will be. With the controversial ending to Series 12, and with Chris Chibnall recently revealing that they will mention Timeless Children in this episode briefly, I think this episode will be important. I think people will like it. Now we just have to wait and see if there's a viewer turnout. I'm worried. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a beautiful Christmas next week. I will be making some videos on some Christmas specials. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and Merry Christmas.